Good morning, everyone. Welcome again in this physics class of electromagnetic induction. It is the second part of the induction, that is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. The results for Faraday's experiment on electromagnetic induction have been summed up in the form of two laws which are known as Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. First law, very important part, with a very important part, when the magnetic flux through the circuit is changing, an induced EMF is set up in the circuit whose magnitude is equal to the negative rate of change of magnetic flux. This is known also as Newman's law. Very important part. It is the part of the Faraday's laws. First law, children, if delta phi be the change in magnetic flux in a time interval delta t, then the EMF induced in the circuit is given by small a equal to minus delta phi b upon delta t. Or another definition of EMF, the rate of change of flux is called as the EMF. If in the it is the formula of EMF equal to minus delta phi b upon delta t. In limit delta t tends to 0, we write that in limit delta t tends to 0, we write that equal to minus d phi b by upon dt. Children, if we consider if phi b is equal to 3t square plus 4t. To differentiate with respect to t, d phi b upon dt is equal to 6t plus 4t. What is the formula of differentiation of d by dx? Children, formula of differentiation d by dx, x power n is equal to nxn minus 1. If d by dx, x is equal to 1. Children, here we know that E equal to minus d phi by b upon dt. Phi b is the magnetic flux and unit of flux is Weber and unit of time is second. Then the induced EMF will be in the volt. This equation represents an independent experimental law which cannot be derived from other experimental laws. If the circuit is a tightly wound coil of n turns, then the EMF will be induced in each turn and the EMF of all the turns will be added up, so the induced EMF in the whole coil will be A equal to minus n d phi b upon dt, where n is the number, E is the EMF, phi b is the magnetic flux and t is the time. Here, children, according to this formula, n is the constant. N is the constant and phi v is the variable and dt is the also variable. Explanation of Newman's law. Children, let us consider the magnet and coil experiment. When the north pole of magnet is near a coil, a definite number of lines of magnetic flux originating from the pole pass through the coil. If we move either the coil or the magnet, the number of flux lines, that is the magnetic flux passing through the coil, changes. On the taking the magnet away from the coil, the number of flux lines passing through the coil decreases, while on the bringing the magnet needed the coil, the number of flux lines through the coil increases. See this picture. Magnet move towards the coil and it is far distance from the magnet. Therefore, number of lines are very less. If coil moves toward to the north pole, then number of lines are more than in comparison of figure number 3a. The children, according to Newton's law, in either case, an induced EMF is set up in the coil during the motion of the magnet. Faster the motion of the magnet, greater will be the rate of change of magnetic flux and higher will be the EMF induced. If both the magnet and the coil are stationary or both are moving in the same direction with the same velocity, there will be no change in magnetic flux and hence no EMF will be induced. Okay children, if the coil is an open circuit, infinite resistance. Open circuit, that means current will not flow. Therefore, resistance will be infinite. EMF will be still be induced, but there will be no current. This shows that the change in the magnetic flux induce EMF and not the current. Okay children? Second law, very important second law, it is the Lenz law. Very important part of this electromagnetic induction. It is very important part, Lenz law. The direction of the induced EMF or the current in any circuit is such as to oppose the cause that produce it. This is also known as Lenz law. Children, here in this figure, see figure here, if north pole moves towards the coil, then it appears north, and north pole away from this coil, it appears south pole. This is because it is the north, it is the Lenz law. According to Lenz law, it appears south pole. Children, okay? Here, if north pole moves towards the coil, it is north pole, not opposes it. But north pole away from the coil, then it opposes, therefore it will behave to the south pole. Okay children? Similarly, in that matter, if south pole moves towards the coil, then it behaves south pole, and south pole away from the circuit or away from the coil, then it behaves north pole, right? Due to the region of Lenz law. It is the due to the region of Lenz law. Okay, children? Due to the region of Lenz law. According to this, in the magnet and the coil experiment, the direction of the induced current in the accordance to Lenz law, that is, it opposes the motion of the magnet which produces it. When the north pole of the magnet moves toward the coil, the induced current flows in the direction so that the near left face of the coil acts as magnetic north pole. The repulsion between the two poles oppose the motion of the magnet towards the coil. Similarly, when the north pole of the magnet is moved away from the coil, the direction of the induced current is such as to make the near face of the coil a south pole. The attraction between the two poles opposes the motion of the magnet away from the coil. In either case, therefore, work has to be done in moving the magnet. It is this mechanical work which appears as electrical energy in the coil. Children, we know that the work is form of the force and displacement. Force and displacement is the scalar product. Therefore, force and displacement. It is formula of A vector dot B vector is equal to AB cos theta. Children, AB cos theta. So F is cos theta. We find out the energy of Lenz law by the help of work. If the direction of the induced current were such as not to oppose the motion of the magnet, then we would be obtaining electrical energy continuously without doing any work, which is impossible. Thus, Lenz's law is in accordance with the principle of conservation of energy. Very important point, conservation of energy. Lenz's law is accordance with the principle of conservation of energy. Children, direction of induced current. Fleming right hand rule. If we stress a right hand rule, children, please remember it. If we stress the right hand thumb and two nearby fingers perpendicular to one another, and the first finger points in the direction of magnetic field and the thumb in the direction of motion of the conductor, then the middle finger will point in the direction of the induced current. So children, motion of conductor, children, in this direction, motion of the conductor, it is the magnetic of field, it is the induced current. Children, okay, it is the motion of conductor and it is the magnetic field and it is the induced current. Okay.